Well, hello again to all the boys and girls out there in YouTube land watching Georgia Beer Reviews, back at you today with another one. And what I'm looking at is a beer from Orpheus Brewing out of Atlanta. This is their Atalanta Tart Plum Saison. It's interesting. Orpheus Brewing, there's their logo there. Little harp, it looks like, with the O around it. Um, it actually Well, it's 5.25% alcohol, Orpheus Brewing. And then on the side of the can, it says Beltline Brewing, LLC, Dutch Valley, Atlanta, Georgia. So Orpheus Brewing is actually part of Beltline Brewing, LLC. So anyway, that's interesting. This is a Saison with plum added. It says Atalanta taste of plums intermingling with spicy yeast and a refreshing tartness that makes Atalanta as good for pairing with food as by itself. IBUs are not listed. It's not going to be a bitter beer. Saison. All right, let's give it a pour. A lot of carbonation there. A hazy straw color. I thought this one might actually have like a little bit of pink in it, but it does not. Very active with the carbonation. Right off the bat, it smells like a Goza more than a Saison, which a Saison and a Goza, very similar styles, or they can be anyway. This one smells like the Westbrook Goza that I had not too long ago. Um, I might be getting a little bit of the plum, but mostly just a tartness on the aroma. I wonder if they add sea salt to this. It smells picking up a little sea salt. Um, Interesting. I don't know if you guys can hear that. It's making all kinds of noise with that carbonation. It smells pretty good, but it doesn't smell really like a plum saison. It smells like a standard goza. And I love gozas and sours, so I'm sure I'm going to like this. But it doesn't smell, I don't really pick up plum or, I don't know. Just smells pretty standard, like a standard goza. So without further ado, let's get into this brew. Cheers, guys. Woo! Very tart. Very, very tart. A little bit of the plum, a nice wheat bready note in the middle of the sip. The finish is crisp, clean, refreshing, super dry. Um, Carbonation is medium to high. Body is extremely light, and this beer would be very, very sessionable. 5.25% alcohol. That's pretty standard. Um, it drinks more like a 4%er. Super light and refreshing. A little bit of the plum coming through on the palate. But for the most part, this just tastes like a standard Goza. Um, it looks, smells, and tastes like a standard Goza with maybe a slight fruity note in there. But if it didn't say plum on the label, I wouldn't have even been able to tell you that it had plum in it or was supposed to be a plum saison. It tastes like a pretty standard Goza beer. It's great. It's really excellent. If it was just labeled as a standard Goza, I'd give it probably a 94, 95 out of 100. But for a tart plum saison, I don't know. Might be falling a little bit short in that department. But it's still great nonetheless. I'm really enjoying it. If you like Gozas and sour beers, then definitely check this one out. But don't expect a huge plum character to it because it's really not there. But a very enjoyable beer nonetheless from Orpheus Brewing out of Atlanta, Georgia. Their Atalanta Tart Plum Saison. Go check it out. Let me know what you guys think. If you live close to Atlanta or in Georgia and can get this beer or beers from this brewery, check them out. Let me know what you think. They make some interesting products. They have a pineapple sour that I'm going to try next, and we'll see how that one is. But this one is a winner. I'm going to give it an 88 out of 100. It's a B plus, but it doesn't quite fall into that A range just because uh, I was expecting more plum. I'm really not getting much, if any, plum flavors with this. It just tastes like a standard goza, but it is a great beer. It tastes like a really awesome goza beer, but it just falls a little bit short in the fruit department because I was expecting plum flavor and I'm not getting it. But it's a great saison or goza. That's pretty much what it tastes like, a standard goza beer. So 88 out of 100 for the Orpheus Brewing Atalanta Tart Plum Saison. That'll do it for this beer review, guys. Hope you're all having a great day. And until next time, everybody, cheers.